guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with my empties for the month of February. And as you can see, there's not as much as there was last month when I had to make like 4 freaking videos. I'm only making 2 this month. I'm splitting it into wax and candles because I just don't have that much. I said in my last video, January, February, sometimes even March. These are like the 3 months of the year I clean house. Like older wax, that's coming up on a year or just past a year, anything I feel like I have to get rid of, I really try to clean out, or stuff that like I don't really love, I really try to get rid of. So that way, like once springtime hits, because spring is my least favorite time of year, like winter too, but at least like winter, like melting wise, like I can get behind being cozy and in my house. Like right now, there's like a huge snowstorm outside. Like I can probably show you guys. There you go. Yeah, so like, I don't know, winter is not as bad as spring for me because like I can be inside and cozy. I guess they kind of like tie as most hated. I'm just like a summer and fall type of person, and I honestly could do without both the winter and the spring. So once the holidays are over, I'm just kind of like, what do I do? What do I melt? And I try to just clean house. So by the time the weather starts getting warmer and like it's springtime, because I'm kind of still stuck inside in the spring because my allergies are so bad. So I like to just like, you know, melt fresh, and like after I've like melted through things I don't really love, like then once like April-ish hits, I can be like, all right, now I can get into like my fruity scents and my fizzies and things that I really enjoy, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and get into it. This looks a hot mess. I'm actually gonna clear the area. I've broken this up into categories. I really like doing categories for melting. So over here I have bakery bags. There are scent shots, as you can see, which I'm just gonna clear from the frame because this is like giving me agita, like it's too much to look at. And if I look really dark right now, I just got a spray tan. I know it's like a snowstorm, but it wasn't so bad this morning. This morning it was more just like hailing and like icy rain. But I still had to teach one class this morning, and there is a spray tanning salon right next door. So after I got out of work, I was like, you know what would make me really happy right now? Being tan. Because we just booked a couple of trips coming up to warm climates, and it really got me in like the summery mood. And I was just like, I need a spray tan. Like I must channel summer in this winter wonderland. And yeah, it's like starting to develop now. So I feel like I'm just gonna be like getting darker as this video goes on, and I'm totally fine with that. So to start, I have this scoopable from L3 Waxy Wonders, which is the first thing I finish. I really love these scoopies that she comes with, but apparently these are like mini shovels, and I think they are the cutest stinking things ever. But apparently like people have problems with them because I know she has new scoopables and new like actual like shovels. And they're also super cute, but I like these ones better. The new ones she has are kind of like crunched in at the side. Like this looks like an S shape instead of like it's like squished in here, and that's kind of like the shape as opposed to being like an actual small shovel. And sorry, Harper hairs. I just love the small shovels. I think they're the cute, and yes, I still have my Star Wars nails, guys. I've had these for like a month, but look, they still look good. So even though like obviously there's a lot of grow out here, I hate getting my nails done. It's like such a process. It takes forever. So I really only do my nails once a month. That's just how I roll. So, but yeah, this has been on for like almost 5 weeks now, or 4, whatever it's been. So I'm a big fan of these little shovels. If you guys have been watching my empties, you'll see as we move into the polypropylene bags, I'm like not crazy about L3 Waxy Wonders. Her like shapes and her chunk bags are simply not for me. I don't like her wax in the shapes and the chunk bags because her bakery bags, I just don't like the quality of them. They're the brown like lunch paper bags with a window, and they just get really janky for me. The top like never really stays fully closed. I just feel like they're not good. I don't like them. And I don't bother rebagging them because I can't be bothered. So yeah, and then the other thing with her stuff is when she makes a blend, and this is only applicable to her shapes and her bakery bags because I have not noticed this in the scoopables. In her shapes and her bakery bags, if you have like 3 scents in the blend, I can only smell 1. And I don't know if that's a Lindsay thing or if anybody else gets that. This may just be me and my nose, but when I melt her shapes and her bakery bags, and it's a blend of like several different things, I can only smell one scent note. I can only smell one scent note on cold and one scent note on warm. And that drives me insane because I'm like, if I'm gonna get a blend, I want the blend. Like if I wanted just one scent note from it, I would buy one scent note. So obviously if I buy a blend, it's because I want the blend of things. And I hate knowing that like if I order from L3, I'm gonna get a blend, but I'm gonna be like, I wonder which scent I'm actually gonna get, because I'm not gonna get all 3 or 4 of them. I'm gonna get one. However, not the case with her Scoopables, which is bizarre. I don't know why it is. I really don't. But as much as I dislike her shapes and her bakery bags, I love, love, love her Scoopables. I absolutely love them. So anytime she opens for Scoopables, especially like this was a custom order. So I made this blend myself. Not really, I copied it from another vendor. From Poor Girls, if we're gonna be honest. But anyway, next time she opens for her Scoopables, customs, or like even if she pours her own blends, that's the only time I'll order from L3 because I truly do love her Scoopables. I forgot exactly how much this is, but these were very cheap. And I remember when I ordered them, I didn't realize it was gonna be this large of a container. And this really lasted me a long time. There was a lot of wax in here. I got a lot of melts. The only, I guess this would be a downside to some people, but in all honesty, it's not a downside to me. And that is that they need a very long cure time. So as you can see, I got these in May of last year. And I remember I had used them after like a month or 2 months, and the scent throw was horrible. It was like a 1 or a 2 out of 10. I could barely smell it. And I just was not a fan. So, not a fan of the throw, meaning the scent is great though. So anyway, I let them sit, and after like 4 or 5 months, they are kick-ass strong, like kick-ass strong. But that's not just L3. I find that with every Scoopable I've tried, like Scoopable Tart Wax, Tiffany's Scoopables, even Zape Scoopables. For whatever reason, for me, in my house, my scoops need a hell of a long cure time. And everyone always says like, oh, this is the strongest wax. And I don't really believe that. I'm sure they do put a lot of oil in, but I don't get the best performance on Scoopables. Like, yes, they are strong. Like, this was strong. This was like a 9 out of 10, but I have had wax stronger than this. But this did do a kick-ass job, but it needed a long cure time. And these need a very low wattage warmer. Like, I really only put the Scoopables in my Glade 20 watt warmer. Sometimes I'll put them in the Michaels warmer and they're fine in that. But really they thrive and do the best in the Glade 20 watt because it is such a soft wax that like too high of a heat is just gonna like, I don't know, it just doesn't work. The lower the better. And as you can see, this wax is very goopy. It's like it's very goopy. It's very greasy. If that is not your jam, Scoopables are not for you. Scoopables are messy. I personally don't mind. I know I've seen Kim Hart's Organizing has like popped the whole Scoopable out of the jar and sliced them. I'm telling you right now, you cannot do this with these. They are way too soft. They are way too goopy. If you've used Zape Scoopables, they're pretty much the same consistency. Very goopy. It doesn't bother me though. I mean, the shovel is great. And the other thing I liked about the shovel is it gets all the way down to the bottom. So I didn't have to like stick my whole hand in the scoop and get my hands dirty or like get a kitchen knife. Like literally I just like use this, scrape through the bottom. My hands stayed clean. So I am a big fan of her shovels. I think they're the perfect size for this jar. They're just great. So I really am a huge fan of her Scoopables. Throw is great. Yes, they need a cure time, but it's well worth it. And yeah, I just love them. I would 100% repurchase scoops from her, and I will be keeping my eye out in the Facebook group for when she opens for Scoopables again, because I'm down to like 1 more jar and the second one is like this much left in it and they'll be gone by summer. So I definitely want to get my hands on more. Moving on, let's do clamshells. I finished this from Walmart, Better Homes and Gardens Sugar Lavender Twist, which just smells like pink sugar. I love this one because I am a big fan of pink sugar. I don't know why this got all yellow, but whatever. Throw was awesome. Walmart wax always throws bomb for me. It's always super strong. Of course, like every now and then you get one that isn't, but This was like a 10 out of 10. My husband loves this one. He's a big fan of pink sugar, believe it or not. I finished Star Wars Darth, and clearly, like, I love this name. Star Wars, Tart Wars. This is the Omen blended with rosemary mint, and I did not like this at all. I liked it on colds when I first got it, but the Omen has like gone south to me. I had a couple clamshells of the Omen left, and I actually just gifted them to a friend of mine who likes like fresh watery scents, but the Omen has ocean breeze in it. And when I first started melting the Omen, all I could really smell was the apple, and I love apple scents. And now all that I can smell in it and all that my nose picks up is that damn ocean breeze. And I hate ocean breeze. It smells like breath to me. It's like so gross. I can't do it. Like, I just can't do it. Like, my nose hates it. So anything with ocean breeze, like, I just, no. This was kind of banished to like random rooms I wasn't in. And when I would like walk past them, I would just be like, nope. And I do not like her rosemary mint. I keep trying rosemary mint because like the sound of it, I'm always like, oh yeah, that's going to be great. Like, I really like that like herbally, and then I'm like, no, this is disgusting. I hate rosemary mint. Why do I keep buying it? Can't do it. And that's another one. I had a couple of Tiffany candles rosemary mint left. I gave that to my friend too. I'm like, here you go. You can have it. Enjoy. I finished Brody's Bounty. You know, I just don't like the Jaws spin-offs at all. Like, when I smelled this on cold, I was like, ooh, that smells good, because I love blackberry and I love Jaws, but like they just need to not be together. Like, Jaws is too perfect on its own. It doesn't need all these like mishmashes and like add-ins. Like, I'm just not a fan. Just give me straight up Jaws. And I find that the Jaws spin-offs are not as strong as regular Jaws. And I don't know if that's just me or if anyone else has experienced that. And this wasn't even a year old, but I melted this and I'm like, oh, fuck man, Jaws is way stronger than this one. And I just melted this in the bedroom at nighttime, and my husband enjoyed it, but I was like, the regular Jaws is better. Like, I can do without the spin-offs. I finished Bloody Face, and I did not like this. I don't like that rain scent. It's just too soapy. Ugh, even smelling it now. You know what this smells like? This smells like the sink after you do the dishes. And there's like soapy suds just going down the drain. This smells like kitchen sink drain. It's fucking disgusting. Vanilla Cookie Crunch, amazing. Standard Walmart bakery, it's great. Once Upon a Time Snow Spearmint Mac Apple, not a fan of this. It just wasn't that strong for me. This was like a 4 out of 10. The apple that was in there was great. I didn't really get much of the spearmint, but it was hard for me to detect because I really couldn't smell it. It was a very light thrower. I liked it on cold, but it just did not do well for me on warm. I like this when I'm sick because it is so crazy strong that even when I have a cold, I can smell it, and it's a nice like sick day scent. But other than that, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Her eucalyptus is weird. It does not, like, when I see eucalyptus, I think like the towels at Equinox, like, you know, the like cold eucalyptus towels they have in the fridge. And this just, I don't know, it smells very medicinal to me. Like I said, it's fine when I'm sick, but I won't be repurchasing it because I really didn't like love it, and there's no need for me to have it again. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way and buy something that's like, I'm just gonna melt it when I'm stuffed up. That's like asinine. I finished Moroccan mint tea. This was good. It was just too herbal for me. Like, I remember when it was melting, and this was strong, but I remember when it was melting, I kept going back and forth. Like, I would walk into the room and I'd be like, oh, this smells really good. And then after I was in the room for like 5 minutes, I was like, ugh, get me out of this room. The fucking sink's in here. Like, I was so bipolar with that melt. I just went back and forth. Like, I liked it and I didn't like it. I liked it and I didn't like it. That's what I have to say about that. This Empties may seem a little bit negative because, as I mentioned earlier, like, I'm just clearing house, guys. I'm just trying to like get through shit. So I'm not necessarily like gravitating towards my favorite. I'm not gonna love everything. And if you think I'm being harsh, like, too bad. I'm sorry. Like, I don't censor myself. So I just don't, it is what it is. Like, don't, just leave it to yourself. Sorry. Bedtime bath. I usually don't like bedtime bath because I think it smells like baby wipes, but this didn't. It really didn't. And it wasn't even soapy. This was really nice. I had this in my master bathroom and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't like my favorite scent. I wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it, but like I got this in a sampler, and if she had another sampler that happened to have this in it, I would still purchase a sampler and I would still melt it. And this was nice. It wasn't super strong. It was about a 6.5 out of 10, even in my bathroom. So I definitely wouldn't put this in like a bigger room because it would probably be like a nothing, at least for me. But I love Poor Girls. Her stuff does really well, and it doesn't need a cure time, which is amazing. Like, you can melt it the day you get it. Her stuff is great like that. Squeaky Clean. This was Apple and Jasmine. Oh, I love this one. This smells like Herbal Essences shampoo. That's exactly what this smells like. I wonder if this is a dupe for Herbal Essences. But I hope you know what I like. Do you know that Herbal Essences smell like it's very distinct, like Herbal Essences shampoo? It smells so good. That's what this smells like, and I loved it. I would totally repurchase that. I don't remember the strength on that, if I'm being completely honest. I really don't. I want to say it was like a 6.5 out of 10, like the bedtime bath, but I don't even remember what room I melted it in. I finished the Fakery Bakery Wax Gold Digger. This is like holy grail status. Oh my God. Cotton and vanilla lace. Fakery Bakery is so similar to Poor Girls to me. I feel like both these vendors have the same exact undertone. And if I was blindfolded and you gave me wax from like these two vendors and asked me to pick out who was who, I wouldn't be able to. They're way too similar. And I love them both. So this was from May of last year as well. This was ridiculously strong. This was like 12 out of 10 strong. And I actually had this going when I had company over recently. We had to go to a wedding, and my friend and her fiance came over for like drinks beforehand. And I had this melting like throughout the house in the areas that we were in. And it was just so beautiful. And she was like, oh my God, it smells so good in here. Like, this is such, because I love vanilla when I have guests over, but I don't want to be like basic bitch vanilla. I want to like give it a little bit of an edge, and the cotton does that. And this cotton, it's not linen. It's not like fresh linen or clean cotton or laundry. It's not at all. This cotton is like a musk. Like, this really smelled like vanilla lace and like pure musk. If this was in a perfume, I would buy stocks of it in perfume. Like, it's just so good. It's a great smell for your home if you're like me and you want like a guest-friendly vanilla with a little bit of an edge, because you're like, yeah, I'm like that. Maybe a little something more. Like, that's what this is. And it's so good. And I actually melted this alongside the Henri Bendel Victoria's Secret candle. Remember that candle they came out with for Victoria's Secret that everyone bought because it was like $5, and it was in the scent cashmere, and it was like very musky and like almost a little bit spicy. That was a candle that I burnt while I melted that. Holy shit, it smelled so good in here. Like, that was an incredible combination. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping my eye out for Gold Digger, because that is like 1000% repurchase. This is that Yankee Candle scent cup in Fluffy Towels, which is a laundry scent, and actually a really good laundry scent. I'm a big fan of the Yankee Candle's Fluffy Towels. It smells divine. But this scent cup was unscented for me. I had it going in my centerpiece and I got 0, but it's also really old, so that could have been it too. Scent cups are hit or miss for me. Bad Romance, amazing. This is Poor Girls Vanilla Lace mixed with Barbershop, which is her incredible shaving cream scent. Poor Girls has my hands down favorite shaving cream. It's better than anybody else's out there, and I'll fight you on that. So good. So this was amazing. And my husband really likes this scent too, and he is not a shaving cream fan. So for him to like that is saying a lot. And I think it's because the vanilla lace just really dominates this note, and who doesn't like vanilla lace? It's freaking amazing. Judy and Mickey, I have this going upstairs actually. This is like a pistachio scent, and I haven't been upstairs to smell it. I should have before I filmed this empty, so I can't say anything about that because I have no idea. Gotta go upstairs, and I'm not about to do that right now. I hated this. This was so strong. The scent is not for me. This smells like soap, like straight up soap. Ugh. It's like in like a very astringent soap. I just, no. I actually had I cut this into thirds, and Hayden Rowe is like kick you out of the room strong. If you want like an ass kicking wax, Hayden Rowe is your go-to. And I love Hayden Rowe, But that scent just is not for me. And again, that's not like a thing on the vendor. That's just me. I just don't like that scent. I actually have it going in my laundry room right now, that last little piece. And yeah, when I go down there, I'm sure I'm gonna be like, ugh. But it's fine. I wanted to finish it. Boyfriend Material from Zape. This was amazing. This was a cologne scent. Let me see if I can smell what type of cologne it was. No, it's not like an Abercrombie and Fitch cologne. It's like a little bit spicier, a little bit more mature. But I really enjoyed this. I don't think I would go out of my way to repurchase it, and that's only because I don't melt cologne scents that frequently, and especially because my husband hates them. Like if it were up to me, I would do cologne scents like in my bedroom, my upstairs landing, my master bathroom. Like that would be a great area for cologne scents. And I do melt and burn like cologne type fragrances upstairs when he's not home. But like if it lingers, he gets like really annoyed, or if he comes home and he smells it, he's like, this is disgusting, because any type of cologne scent, he always claims smells like Abercrombie and Fitch, which he's wrong about because that is not true. But yeah, anytime he smells cologne and home fragrance, he's like, you're making our house smell like an Abercrombie store. And I can't stand it. It's like his least favorite smell. And Abercrombie and Fitch is like one of my favorite smells. I love it. Like the mahogany teakwood candle is like my bae. But I have to be mindful of when I melt it because I don't want to give him a heart attack. Anyway, this is incredible. Lavender Pine was so good, and it was strong. Hayden Rowe, this is a sample. I'm gonna be keeping my eye out for this because I wanna purchase more of this for the holiday season next year. That would be a great like early December type of melt, or like in between Christmas and New Year's. I was not a fan of this at all. I got this as a sample from Southbound. As soon as it hit the warmer and pooled out and started throwing, that was the second I turned it off. It was just too floral for me, but like with the greens and the floor, just, I could not do it. Nope, too much. This is amazing. Winter Mermaid from Rose Girls, Peppermint Shaving Cream and Gilligan's Brew. This was so good. Like you didn't get any of those three more so than the other. They really came together and created their own like insanely beautiful, unique blend, and I was here for it. I blew through this bag, like blew through. I can't even tell. I started melting it, and like the next day I was like, fuck, I want to smell Winter Mermaid, and I had to like put it back in and put it back in and put like every day. Like once I started melting it, I was like addicted to it. I had to like reach for it and smell it again. Like it just made me want it more and more and more. It was so good. Like I would 100% repurchase this. And what another thing I liked about this wasn't like a kick you in the face strong, but the type of fragrance that this is, I was fine with it. Like I wouldn't want this to be any stronger than it was. It was just like a flawless melt. 100% would re-get that. This one I did not like. This was Shaving Cream, Eucalyptus Sea Salt, and Vetiver. This just came off a little too, I don't want to say astringent, but something like that. There was like this like spicy type of element to it that just like, I don't know. I think it was a combination of like all of these things together that just did not work for me. I just couldn't do it. It was strong though, but the scent was not for me. Rainbow Melt Holiday Morning. This was not my favorite coffee scent, and this was not that strong, which is like shocking both for Rainbow and for coffee. Ooh. The wind just got crazy, and two branches just fell down in the woods out there, and the dogs are going nuts. Anyway, yeah, this was very like not normal, and definitely like a little bit like, whoa, really? But for Rainbow Melts, like this had like zero throw, and that's like shocking for both Rainbow Melts and for coffee. So that was kind of sad, but whatever. I wouldn't repurchase that scent. Cool Beans from Rose Girls. This was really good, but it wasn't my favorite of her lavender blends. While I enjoyed it, while I melted it, I wouldn't repurchase it, but I did enjoy it, if that makes any sense. This was incredible. So we had like a couple of warm streaks where it was like 70 degrees here. And that's when I reached for this one because I wanted like something that felt summery, but at the same time, like my cognitive dissonance would not allow me to break out like a full-on summer scent in the middle of February because I'm psychotic. So this was like perfect because I was like, what can I melt that fits the 70-degree weather, but is still appropriate for February. And then I was like, oh, perfumey scents. And that's exactly what this is. This smells like a body spray you would get at Bath & Body Works. Definitely like perfumey and very feminine and girly and very pretty. I just smelled this bag and I couldn't smell anything. I was like, why does this smell like spray tan? Because all I could smell was my arm. But yeah, I love this. And when she pours this again, which I hope she does, I will definitely be grabbing another bag of this. This is definitely beautiful. And I would love to get this in her whipped soap because this is a great body care scent. Holiday Barbie. I did enjoy this one, but cranberry and wax is something I could take or leave. And I feel like if the pink sugar was stronger, I probably would have loved this one. But the pink sugar got really lost in this blend. And this was kind of like a very artificial cranberry. I love this on cold, but once I started melting it, I was fine with it. I was able to melt it. I didn't love it, but I didn't dislike it. I was very indifferent to this scent. And it just smelled a little too artificial, sickeningly sweet to me. Like a sickeningly sweet candy. And yeah, I don't know, it was fine. I enjoyed it enough to melt through the whole thing, but it wouldn't be a repurchase for me. The scent throw though on this, a freaking 15 out of 10. But doesn't that always happen? Whenever you're not crazy about a scent, it's always kick you in the face strong. And then when you love something, you're like, why aren't you strong enough? Always happens that way. This was gross. L3 pumpkin caramel pie latte sugar milk. This was funky. This smelled like pumpkin pie that done gone bad. Nope, could not do it. Game over. So I had one teeny tiny little cube left of this. My friend Liz sent this to me after she knew I was raving about how much I love this, and I really do love this scent. And this was another hot day, and I had two of my friends coming over, and I had two, because I melted this all over the house, so I must have had 2 or 3 cubes, whatever it was. And I melted this all over the house because these friends coming over, I know they love fruity scents. Whenever they sniff through my candles and stuff, they always like the fruity ones. So I was like, what can I melt that would be nice for them? And I had all these shaving cream and very freshy type scents in my melting basket this month. So I just grabbed this one because I just felt like a fruity summery scent would be more up their alley, and I wanted to make sure the smell was something that wasn't offensive to them. And they were raving, literally they were just walking around oh my God, it smells so good in here. They were obsessed with this scent, and I was like, I know, because it's game over and it's the shit. One of my favorite scents from Rose Girls. 1,000 Times Good Night. This is lavender chamomile, and I am obsessed. I love lavender chamomile blends. I love them. This is the type of herbal I can do. I can't do rosemary mint, but lavender chamomile, fuck yes, I'm all about this. This was so comforting to have melting in my bedroom. Literally, every time I melted this, I would just put on a face mask, a moisturizing bedtime face mask, and drink chamomile peppermint tea. And Dan would be watching whatever TV show, and I was just sitting there loving my life, smelling this, drinking tea, and moisturizing my skin. And literally, I'm obsessed. I need her to pour this in, and this is Vintage Chic. I don't know if I said this, but this is Vintage Chic, and the throw was perfect. It's not the strongest scent ever, but it's perfect for the bedroom, and especially a scent like this that is a tad bit herbal. I wouldn't want this to be any stronger than it was. This was the ultimate bedroom throw. I just cannot get enough. I need this poured in a unicorn loaf, and I will be all over that because that was so good. All right, if you're in the Southbound group, if you watched my my wax closet video, you know this is my jam. I'm obsessed with this scent, and I was hoarding it, and she poured this. I bought 4 clamshells from her RTS opening, and then I bought a bakery bag from her pre-order opening. So I am stocked and good to go with purple cotton candy. So I melted this, enjoyed it, and loved every second, and I'm so glad I have a large quantity of it on the way because this is bomb. This is gonna be my summer shit, I'm telling you. Every day of the summer, I'm gonna be purple cotton candying it up. Sunwash linen. This is like really, really old. It had a scent throw, but this was weird. So like the first day I melted it, I was like, ew, I can't do this. It like was not a good laundry. And then the second day when I turned on my warmer, like literally just to hot pour this wax out, it smelled incredible. The second day of this in the warmer, I couldn't even hot pour it because I needed to smell it. Like it made my room smell so amazing. So whatever weird, like soapy astringent note that was in here, it burnt off the first day, and then what was left was this gorgeous, like it kind of smelled like this, like the Yankee Candle fluffy towels. That's kind of what was left in here after it mellowed out on the second day. So the second day, this was amazing, but I did have to suffer through the first day to get to the goodness. Two more taper fade. This was good. I actually just finished this yesterday and I really did enjoy it while it was melting, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I don't know. I kind of like went a little crazy with the shaving cream blends, and I think I am starting to burn myself out on it because y'all know it's just how I do. I do this to myself all the time. I love something and I go ham on it and then I hate it. And I think I just did that with shaving cream. Womp womp. Happens. This was horrific. Oh my God, I hated this. It was offensive. I got mad at my warmer when this was melting in it. Like I wanted to kick it. I was so angry. This is like a very violent. Oh my God. Oh my God. A tree just fell. So he's going crazy. Do you see this right here? That tree just came down. She's going crazy. He's going, like, I am not joking. I just saw that tree. Look, see that thing swinging? Holy shit. I cannot believe I just saw that tree fall down. Oh my God. That is fucking crazy. I cannot believe I just saw a tree fall down. Yo. I'm telling you, it is like a crazy storm right now. Like a crazy. Someone commented on my my melting basket video, and she was like, I love when you get distracted in your videos. Girl, I bet you didn't know I was about to just see a tree fall down in my damn backyard. That's not a distraction. Holy shit. Holy shit balls. Thank God. We actually, so my friend was over the summer, and he works with like appraisals and houses and things like that. And he was over the summer and we were at the pool, me, him, and my husband. And he was like, did you guys have an arborist come and check out the trees? Because you guys have a lot of, because obviously we live in the fucking woods. He's like, you have a lot of trees. Did you have an arborist come? And we're like, no, is that a thing? Like my husband's from the city. Like we've never like lived around trees. And we're like, what is an arborist? And he's like, it's a tree specialist. He's like, you really should have him come. And then he like points out a couple trees in our backyard, and he's like that tree is rotting, and that tree is dead, and that tree is gonna fall on your bedroom. Like, I don't know how the hell he knows so much about trees. But anyway, he was like, you need to have an arborist. I was like, just like right now, me looking at it, he's like, I see 5 trees in your backyard that can like cause a lot of damage and don't look healthy. So he's like, you really need to have the guys come. So obviously, like that scared the hell out of us. And like, he knows his shit. So we did. We called an arborist, and the tree guys came in the middle of the summer, and we had 6 trees that needed to come down because they were just dead and rotten inside, and they could have fallen on our property where somewhere, like whatever it was. And then we had another 6 trees that needed to be, like, they weren't dying, but I guess the way they grow, the way it could happen in the storms, they needed to be like tied down. Like they literally had these like forklifts, and they were like up in the trees, wrapping them with like ropes and tying, like securing the trees to the ground, like for literally days like today when trees are like fall. Like that's scary. That's really terrifying. Like, is there anything scarier than the thought of like a tree falling on your house? Like, no, that's fucking terrifying. So I'm really glad he had mentioned that over the summer. Like that was worth every penny. I think anyone who lives in a house that has trees, like as much as I do, like hello trees, it's so worth the money. I'm sorry to go on that side tangent, but like, holy shit, I can't believe a tree just fell in my video. That's crazy. And yes, it made a sound. We all heard it. That's so nuts. That's so nuts. Anyway, I didn't like this. Y'all, I'm shook. Of all the things to happen in a wax video, like really. Menthol Sweater Weather Jaws. The sweater weather in this was so strong, and vendor sweater weather does not smell anything like Bath and Body Works, and there's just something really weird about it that I just don't like. And menthol, I'm just like, why is menthol in wax? Like, that just reminds me of Newport cigarettes. Like, ew. But I couldn't smell the Jaws at all in this, and I don't know what I smelled when it was melting, but it was offensive, and this thing was strong, crazy strong. Maybe I should have just melted this when it was actually the day that this was of the advent calendar back in December when it wasn't cured enough and didn't have to grow, and maybe I would have enjoyed it more. All right, bakery bags, and then we're done. Rose Girls Tommy Fresh. This was a full loaf, but actually I split it in half with my friend Liz, so I only had half a loaf, and I went through this in like 1 week. This was so good. This is the best masculine scent ever. I didn't really smell the shaving cream in here, but I got a creaminess, like almost like a vanilla creaminess mixed with that Aqua di Gio, which is just like an amazing cologne. It reminds me of high school. It smells so good. I went to an all-girls school, and a lot of the girls actually wore this cologne because, I mean, we were like deprived of boys. So it's, a lot of times I used to wear Curve, like men's Curve in high school, and like Davidoff Cool Waters for him in high school. Like, I don't know, is there anything better than the smell of like a sexy man's cologne? Like, no. So when you go to an all-girls school and you can't smell a boy walking down the hallway, you wear the men's cologne yourself. But anyway, like, yeah, a lot of the girls used to wear this, and I don't know, there was just something really nostalgic about this with that scent in here, and just the creaminess, and oh, it was so good. I went through this so fast because every time I melted it, I had to just put it in every single warmer of my house. Like, I loved it so much that if I was gonna smell it, I needed to smell it everywhere. And it was funny because when Liz and I ordered this, it was actually this loaf and this one that we split. And I was so in love with both of these, and when we placed the order together, she was like, so these two scents sound really good, but I don't need an entire loaf of them, so do you want to split it? And I was like, yeah, I don't need an entire loaf of them either. Bitch, I need an entire loaf of these. Like, I needed the whole loaf because I was like crying when these were gone. I was so sad. These were both amazing. They were so creamy. They were just decadent. They were some of the best scents ever. And they were so strong, like room-filling strong, beautiful, incredible. I could not get enough. And both of these were like that other shaving cream blend, like addictive. Like once I first melted them, I needed them every day. And I couldn't just put them in one room. Like, no, they had to go throughout the whole house. So I would have been fine with an entire loaf of both of these. And if Jenny pours these again, or when she pours these again, I hope it's in a large quantity because I am going to need an entire loaf because they're just that good. I finished VCS Pillow Talk, and I loved this one. Sweet lavender, fluffy white cake, whipped cream, and strawberries. You really got the strawberry. I got the creamy strawberry more than anything else. And you know, Vintage Chic strawberry is my jam. It's my hands down all-time favorite strawberry scent ever. And this did not disappoint. I started this in the bedroom, but I actually enjoyed it so much, and like the strawberry came out more than the lavender that I was like, to hell with this, is not staying in the bedroom. I want to enjoy this like while I'm awake. So this became another scent that I would do like in my kitchen or just my family room or throughout the entire house. But this was a loaf, and I went through the entire loaf just this month. Like, that's how much I loved it. I really enjoyed this. And I think another reason why I was going so ham with scents that I love, like these last three I mentioned,